Welcome to the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham. If you have a comment, email it to me, box13@greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. You can become one of our one-time supporters, either support.greatdetectives.net, by using the Zelle app to box13@greatdetectives.net, or by mail to Adam Graham, P.O. Box 15913. That's 15913, Boise, Idaho 83715. But today our focus is on Patreon support. You can become one of our ongoing Patreon supporters for as little as $2 per month at patreon.greatdetectives.net. You get a monthly newsletter from me. Plus, you get to help pick our summer series. Patreon supporters are vital just because they provide a reliable income stream for the show. So I do encourage you to go to patreon.greatdetectives.net and join our Patreon supporters. All right, well, now it's time for today's episode of Boston Blackie, the very last circulating episode. The original air date is June the 15th of 1949, and the title of this one is The Professor and Rufus Blow a Bank Safe.
Quickly, Rufus.
Yeah.
In the alley.
Right with you, Professor.
It is now 6:10 a.m.
Yeah, I know.
The policeman on the beat will pass the bank entrance in just a... Oh, there he is now.
Yeah. Yeah, you hit it right on the nose, Professor.
I planned it that way.
Yeah, you told me.
Now, the moment the policeman disappears around the corner, the night watchman in the bank will walk inside past the door.
Uh-huh.
Get ready, Rufus.
I'm ready.
Good.
Got the ketchup on my face.
Yes.
Think it looks bad enough?
Yes, that's good. All right, now. There's the watchman.
And here I go. Oh, help me. Help me.
Go away. I can't open the door.
You gotta help me, please. Help. Let me in.
I can't open the door.
Quick, they're coming after me. They'll kill me. Hurry, please hurry.
If this is some trick...
No trick. Open the door.
All right, but if this is a trick, you'll never pull another one.
Oh, gee, thanks, mister. You saved my life.
Your face. What happened to
Quick,
it?
let me in.
For sure, sure.
Thanks.
Oh, don't close the door yet.
Why, you...
I'm coming in.
What the...
And you're going out.
Huh?
He's dead, Professor.
Of course, Rufus. I planned it that way.
And now on to Dick Calmer as Boston Blackie, enemy to those who make him an enemy, friend to those who have no friend.
Why are we stalling, Professor? Let's open that safe.
Oh, in a little while, Rufus. In a little while.
I don't get it. We break in here 6:15, and now it's almost 8 o'clock.
I can tell time, Rufus, very well.
Yeah, I know.
In fact, time is the most important entity in my life.
You told me before.
I make it work for me.
Professor, how come you ain't noticed that construction gang coming to work on the opposite corner?
Well, I saw them. I expected them.
Huh?
Now, have you clipped all the wires and disconnected all the alarms?
I did that 10 minutes after we got into this bank.
I'm just checking to see that there are no loose ends. This plan is perfect. Nothing can interfere with its success.
Okay. Let's get going.
Well, it's time now. Prepare the charge.
Professor, you off your rocket?
I said prepare the charge.
Well, you're not going to blow the safe open.
That is my plan. Nobody will hear us, and nobody will investigate. Now, hurry up, or it'll be too late.
Well, I hope you know what you're doing.
Down to the last detail.
Okay. There. Oh, just a second. Yeah, there it is. Ready?
All right. Now, stretch that wire back here.
Here?
Yes.
Why do you keep looking at your watch?
To see if we're on time.
Oh.
And we are. 10 seconds.
Right.
When I give you the signal, blow it.
Okay.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now!
Hello, Georgie. Good morning to you, Officer Graham. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day.
What good did it do to you inside the bank?
Oh, I'll be thinking of all the people outside having a good time. Then I'll have a good time. Any excitement during the night?
No, things was nice and peaceful until they started that construction job across the street.
Yes?
Faith, it's difficult for a man to think. I'll be glad when my relief shows up.
Oh, yes, I might as well be relieving the night watchman, let him go home and go to sleep. See you around.
Right, old Jonesy.
It's funny. Door's open. Harry! Harry! I'm beginning not to like this. I wonder if the safe... Oh, my goodness. Harry dead and the safe open and empty. Officer Graham! Officer Graham!
Why, Jonesy, what's the matter? You white as a ghost.
So everything was nice and peaceful during the night.
Yes, sure.
Well, where were you when some crooks blew the safe and killed Harry, the night watchman?
Hold it, Rollins. Let's not go into the bank yet.
What, Inspector
Sit
Faraday?
in the car in a minute. I want to talk to you.
Sure, Inspector. What's the matter?
I'm just trying to get the picture.
The picture?
Yeah, the setup. Look around you. What do you see?
Where?
All around. Don't you see an intersection? Two streets crossing each other, four corners.
Yeah?
And what else?
Why, there's...
On the one corner, a printing press. On the second corner, an all-night diner.
Uh-huh.
On the corner opposite us, a construction gang working since 7:30 this morning. And next to us, the bank. Isn't that what you see?
Oh, yes, sir.
Then with all this activity, how come nobody hears the watchman being killed or the safe being blown?
Why,
Hey, Bud, get that jalopy off the street. You're blocking traffic.
Oh, do you think... Oh, Blackie, what are you doing here?
Sightseeing?
Sight-
And believe me, you're a sight.
How'd you find out where I was?
Well, who else would have the nerve to park in front of a non-parking sign next to a hydrant on a busy street corner?
Okay, Blackie, what do you want?
I don't want anything, but I suppose you want your killer and bank robber.
Now, what would I do with a killer and bank robber?
Nothing, Faraday. That's what I'm here.
Is that so? Look, genius, nobody saw the watchman get killed. Nobody heard the explosion. Nobody saw nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why don't you run along? I got enough trouble.
Okay, Faraday, I'll be seeing you.
You mean you're really going?
Yeah, you've got nothing to go on, so I'll just go on.
Say, Professor.
Yeah?
Don't you think it's kind of risky walking around like this? Suppose somebody sees us.
Oh, don't be silly, Rufus. Let them see us. Stop acting like a frightened child.
Sorry, but I still can't get over the idea that this morning was too easy.
Of course it was easy.
Huh?
I had planned that bank operation down to the last detail. Here's the Garcia house. You wait outside.
Okay.
I shouldn't be more than 5 minutes.
Right.
Yes, what do you want?
You are Mrs. Lenora Garcia,
How you know me?
and your husband is Mario Garcia?
Mario, he's not home.
It is now 10 minutes after 4. Your husband, Mario, has been home for 5 minutes. I want to talk to him.
Hey, you a policeman?
A policeman?
Yeah.
Oh, dear Mrs. Garcia. I am the professor.
Oh, the professor.
Yes.
Come in. I'm sorry. Come in, please. Mario?
Yes?
Put on a shirt and come out here. You've got a company.
Who is it, Mama?
It's the professor.
Oh, coming right out.
Sit down, please, Professor.
Thank you.
Maybe you'd like to taste one of my cookies,
No,
huh?
thank you, no.
I baked them just this morning.
No, thank you. I have
Oh.
my dinner at 6.
Oh, please, this you can eat.
No,
She melted in your mouth like a butter.
No, thank you.
Please, Mama. If the professors say no, it's no. Now leave us alone. We have things for men to discuss and for women not to hear.
All right. You come again, Professor, huh? I make you fine cake.
Professor, Lenora, she's the finest cook in the whole world.
I'm sure she must be.
Everything, she's fine? She's, how you say, ship?
That's right, Mario. Everything is shipshape. Because I planned it that way. There was no room for error if you did your job.
Sure.
And you did it exceedingly well.
When I come to work this morning, I look 2-3 times across the street at the bank, but I see nothing. Then the foreman comes and say, hurry up, we got a big building to finish. No loafing. But I wait. I take my time. And I make explosion 8 o'clock on the dot, just like you say.
To the second.
Mm-hmm.
It covered our blast in the bank very nicely.
Back. So now?
You've done your job. Now I do mine. You are Mario?
Eh?
$400.
Oh, thank you very much.
Maybe we can repeat this procedure in the very near future.
Hey, Professor. I hear you killed the watchman.
We had to.
You're not telling me you killed the watchman?
There are a lot of things we didn't tell you.
I do my job. Nice, fine job, yes?
I said you didn't.
Then maybe I should get a nice, fine price. $1,000? Yes?
Hi, Blackie.
Rollins, where's Faraday?
He went out on a call about 20 minutes ago. He should be back. What's up?
Has Faraday learned anything about the death of the watchman or how the bank vault was blown without anybody hearing the blast?
No, and it's driving him nuts, and me with him.
Okay, I'm saving your sanity.
Huh?
I know why nobody heard the blast, which blew the bank safe.
Well, come on, Blackie, give.
A construction gang across the street has been using dynamite to blast the foundation.
Yeah?
And the bank blast was timed to coincide with the blast on the construction job.
Well, Blackie, that's taking an awful chance, hoping those 2 explosions go off at once.
There was no chance to this. It must have been planned.
Yeah?
And somebody on the construction job must have been in on the bank robbery.
Blackie, it makes sense.
Of course it does.
Now all we got to do is find out who did the blasting on the construction job and grab him.
I just checked. His name is Mario Gasha. We'll let Faraday pick him up.
Well, here's the inspector now.
All right. Tea time's over. Scram, Blackie, I'm busy.
Too busy to pick up your bank robber and kill her at the same time?
Okay, genius, you know something. Believe me, that's news.
Well, the reason nobody heard the bank blast this morning was that they heard another blast at the same time, the one on the construction job across the street.
Keep talking, you make sense. For a change.
I checked the construction company and found out that the guy who does their blasting is Mario Gasha. Here's his address.
Thank you. You're 100% right and 100% late.
Huh?
I figured the gimmick, and I've just seen Mario.
Well, good for you, Inspector. So you finally went out on your own and found a suspect. Well. How'd you connect Mario Gasha to the bank robbery?
I didn't.
Faraday, this is no time to be modest. And stop holding out on me. What did Gasha say?
Blackie, Gasha was in no talking mood. In fact, he was in no mood at all.
What do you mean?
He's been murdered.
Light and lively, you bet. Bright and sparkling, yes, sir. And it's just as smooth.
Now, there's a description of CV's flavor that should make you want to pour yourself a glass of champagne velvet right now. When you do, you'll find your taste tempted by the creamy, snow-white foam that billows on top of your glass. And you'll see CV's purity in its pale, clear amber color, a promise of real thirst satisfaction. But don't just look. Taste it. You'll find it, as our enthusiastic friend says, bright and sparkling from foam to finish, with a clear, clean taste that makes you sure it's pure. A premium quality beer made with more costly premium quality materials, premium quality that costs you no premium in price.
Remember, you're sure it's pure. And it's just as smooth.
And now, back to Boston Blackie. The professor, a scientific criminal, and his stooge, Rufus, killed the night watchman and rob a bank by blowing the safe. Nobody hears the explosion because the blast has been timed to coincide with a blast at a construction job across the street. Boston Blackie realizes why nobody heard the explosion at the bank and tells Faraday that the blaster on the construction job must have worked with the bank robbers. Blackie has also identified the blaster as Mario Gasha. Now all they have to do to solve the case is pick up this Mario Gasha and make him talk. Faraday replies that Mario Gasha has been murdered. As we return to our story, Blackie and Faraday are trying to discover some
Oh, come on, Blackie, don't just sit there. Do something.
Okay, Faraday.
Okay, Faraday.
If Rollins here will whistle a tune, you and I could dance.
Yeah, that's what it... Quiet, Rollins. That's enough. Look, Blackie, I got 2 unsolved murders instead of 1, plus a bank robbery, which is none of my business. I'm in no mood for your corny gags.
Okay, Faraday.
Okay, Faraday.
Did Gosha's wife tell you anything at all?
She couldn't. She was hysterical. Last I heard, she was under a doctor's care.
Uh-huh.
I'm just waiting till she calms down so I can question her.
You've definitely tied Garcia to the bank robbery.
Yeah, ballistics did that. The bullets that killed Garcia and the night watchman came from the same gun. But whose gun?
Have you checked yours lately, Faraday? Is it missing or something?
All right, that's enough, Blackie. Now beat it. You're getting me dizzy.
What's your excuse for being dizzy when I'm not here? So long, Faraday.
What are you chortling at, Rollins?
Nothing, sir.
Why can't that guy find somebody else to bother? Phones. Homicide, Inspector Faraday.
Hello. Hello. Is this where you catch the murderers?
What? Yeah, this is where we catch the murderers. Now, who's this?
My name is Lenore Gasha.
Lenore
Yes.
Mario's wife?
That's right.
Where are you calling from? Where's the doctor?
The doctor, he go home, and I run away. I don't want to be killed. I tell you where to catch the murderer. You go catch, yes?
Look, Mrs. Gasha, you better come into headquarters.
What?
We'll talk this over, huh?
No, there's no time. I tell you, murderer, you go catch him.
All right.
He is the professor.
The who?
The professor.
Oh, the professor. You don't mean a short, fat guy with glasses?
Yes, that's the man who killed my Mario. If you go quick, you catch him.
Okay, I'll be quick. Now,
Good.
yeah, where is he?
You go to big fine house on Cannon Street.
Cannon Street.
He's only a house on the street. If you hurry, please, you catch him. Goodbye.
Hello. Rollins, Mrs. Gasha told us where to find our killer.
I heard you say something about the professor.
Yeah, we finally got a break in this case. I know that, Mug, and now I've got something on him. And without Boston Blackie. All right, let's go.
Inspector.
What do you want, Rufus?
Oh, I'm getting kind of tired, Professor, sitting at that window all day. Ain't nobody been around. Ain't nobody going to be around.
We can't take any chances. Go back to your window.
In a minute, Professor. How's that job for tonight coming along?
I'm working out the details now.
Well, how about letting me in on it?
It's the Emerson Bank.
Oh, yeah?
I've made arrangements with Pablo Montero.
Who's he?
He has the same kind of a job as Mario Garcia.
Well, do we take care of Pablo, too?
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Well, if you say so.
Now, at the moment, I'm waiting for a phone call from Pablo to let me know what time we can get to work.
Uh-huh.
In the meantime, get back to that window.
Okay.
I don't want anybody... Yes? Yes? When? Right. Goodbye.
You sure like to talk a lot, don't you?
Rufus, that was Pablo.
Oh, yeah?
Everything is timed perfectly. Now, get back to that window.
Okay.
Somebody may catch us by surprise.
Ah, you're too careful.
Rufus, how many times have you been in jail?
Huh? Not twice. But they were bum raps.
Oh, of course. But you weren't careful.
Ah.
I've never been in jail, Rufus. And as long as I'm careful, I never will. Get back to that window.
There, you can see the professor's house, see?
Yes, sir.
All right, around the next block, Rollins.
Okay, Inspector. Inspector, look.
What?
2 men running out of the house and into the car.
One of them's the professor. Hurry, Rollins, they'll get away.
Don't worry, I won't lose them.
Now, you better not. It's the end of this case.
That was pretty sharp, Professor. Making me a lookout at that top window. Good thing I saw that patrol car.
The longer you work with me, Rufus, the more you'll see that I never leave anything to chance.
Hey, Professor, they're gaining on us.
I'll turn right at the next corner.
Okay. They're still coming.
Professor, this is Inspector Faraday.
What the...
This is Inspector
Keep your eye on the road.
Faraday.
There's only a loudspeaker in the police car.
This is your first and last warning. Now stop or I'll shoot.
Hey, we better stop.
No, you step on it. I'll take care of him.
What are you going to do?
The inspector will find out.
Hey, they're shooting. Ooh, that was too close.
Keep the wheel steady.
I got a zigzag. I don't want to get hit.
Rufus, do as I say.
Okay.
That's fine. Now it's my turn to shoot, and believe me, I won't miss.
Please, Mr. Boston Blackie, hurry up.
Hold it. I'm coming.
Please, you.
Now, what's the big idea?
You, Boston Blackie?
Yes, but...
Quick, I come in. You shut door. I talk to you.
Look, lady...
Please.
Oh, all right. Now, Who are you and what do you want?
My name is Lenora Gosh.
Mario's wife?
Yes, and I want you to catch the man who killed my husband.
Well, why come to me? Want to go to the police?
I call the police, Inspector Faraday. I tell him who killed my husband.
You told Faraday who the killer was?
Yes, the professor. He killed my Mario.
The professor behind this whole setup.
Yes.
Well, I guess the inspector has him behind bars by now.
No, the inspector, he has nothing. I tell inspector where to find him, but professor, he's too smart. He shoot a bullet in inspector's tire and then he run away.
How do you know all this?
I hear news on the radio. No, you, Blackie, you must have catch the professor.
Well, I don't know.
I know you're a very good man. I tell you where to find him.
Hold it just a minute. You said the professor got away from Inspector Faraday.
Yes, he get away in his car, but I know where he go. Where he go and what he's going to do.
What?
The professor, he's going to rob another bank soon.
Which one?
This I do not know, but right now he get dynamite from empty building near docks.
Oh, there are 100 empty buildings near the docks.
But only one where you find the professor.
Let's stop playing games, Mrs. Gosher. Which one?
It is only building painted white with the doors and the windows like a prison.
You mean bars on the doors and windows?
Yes, in this building, the professor, he keeps the dynamite, wires, everything he keeps in that building. It's the corner of Rover Avenue.
Rover Avenue.
Yeah, now, Blackie, please hurry. I talk too much. You catch him before you run away. Yes?
Okay, but first I'll drop you at headquarters. You'll be safer there.
No, I don't go to police station.
What is for your own protection? Mrs. Gosher!
No.
Oh, well, maybe I better get to the professor and see what I can teach him.
Hurry, Rufus. Let's not dally.
Professor, when I handle dynamite, that's once when I take my time.
Well, let's not overdo it. We must be inside the Emerson Bank in 1 hour. It doesn't give us much time.
Okay. Now, let's see. One automatic detonator, wire, cap. Say, Professor, what about Pablo?
No need to worry on that score. Pablo has promised us that explosion in exactly 1 hour and 15 minutes. That's when our blast goes off.
Is there any way we can signal from the bank in case anything goes wrong?
My dear Rufus, when I make plans, nothing goes wrong.
There's a first time for everything, Professor.
What? Hey, Professor, who is this mug?
Boston Blackie.
Huh?
Hello, Blackie.
Blackie.
Echo in this place.
Oh?
No, Professor, don't reach for your gun.
Oh, don't be silly, Blackie. I won't have to. Grab him, Rufus.
No, you don't.
I got him.
That's what you think. Hold him, Rufus.
I'll slug him with my gun. Okay, but hurry, will you?
Oh, nice going, Rufus.
Yeah, the same to you, Professor.
Oh, thank you.
With that wallop on the back of his head, Blackie should be out for at least an hour.
Well, just to make sure, Rufus, tie him up.
Right.
But hurry, we don't have much time to get to that bank. And time is the most important factor in my life. Rufus.
Yeah, I've disconnected the alarm and set the charge for 6 o'clock.
That gives us 3 minutes. That's good. Now let's wait in this outer office away from the blast.
Okay. Hey, Professor, look out the window.
Oh?
We can see the gang working in a lot across the street. Professor, yeah, I hear somebody in the hall.
Oh, nonsense. It's your imagination.
No, I tell you.
Hello, Professor.
Mrs. Gosher.
Yes.
Should I shoot, Professor?
No, but keep it covered.
Okay.
Mrs. Gosher, how'd you get here?
I watched Blackie go into building on Rover Avenue. He no come out, but you come out, so I follow you.
So you followed me?
Yes.
What do you want?
You kill my Mario.
Well?
I tell police they no catch you. I tell Blackie he no catch you, but I catch you.
And now that you've caught me, what is your next move, Mrs. Gosher?
I'm going to kill you.
Rufus has you covered with his gun.
I don't care for guns. I fix the dynamite.
What?
Dynamite? Professor, what you saying?
I watch you put dynamite near safe, but I take wires off and I put dynamite right outside this door.
What?
It explodes any minute now. You fix. Yes, Professor. I fix too.
You're lying.
I no lie.
We'll see about that.
You see.
Stop being so clumsy. Open the door.
Oh, you try open the door. It's not open.
From the side. It's a snap line.
That dynamite goes off in exactly 1 minute.
Right. You kill
Let's
my
get out of
Mario.
here.
How about the window?
Oh, it's a 3-story drop to the ground.
It's no use, Professor. You're going to die.
Are you crazy, woman? You'll die, too.
I don't care. My Mario is dead. I don't want to live. You kill him, I kill you.
Hey, maybe we can break this door down. Help me, Professor.
All the time, and you fix everything just to the minute, eh, Professor? Yeah. Now you know how long you've got to live, huh? How much time before this explosion, huh?
Hurry, we've got to get out of here. It's not yours, Professor. This crazy dame has fixed us for good. Anyway, we can
try
signal
get
Pablo.
out.
No. I planned this too well. There's no way out. No way at all.
What's the matter, Professor? You afraid to die?
No.
You're not afraid to kill my Mario?
No, I wasn't afraid to kill your Mario.
You...
But you're not going to see me die.
Oh, no.
I'm going to kill you first.
No.
Now.
Okay, Professor, drop it.
Blackie, I'll get him.
Oh, my hand. Why, you shot my hand.
Isn't that awful?
Hey, Blackie, there's dynamite outside that door set to go off in 10 seconds.
No, it isn't.
Oh,
I disconnected the wire. After I woke up, I untied myself and found plans for this place in your hideout.
Oh, Blackie, why you disconnect the wires, Blackie? I want a professor to drive on my Mario.
Don't worry, Mrs. Garcia. The professor will die, all right. But we'll let the state do the job.
Welcome back. Well, at the start of the episode, I was hopeful we might get something a little bit different, with the professor, claiming to be this scientific criminal. And instead, it starts out that way, but as it goes on, we just get another crook who manages to find himself undone by leaving a trail of bodies. Which really was a recurring theme in these later episodes of Boston Blackie. While this is the last circulating episodes, from best I can gather, Boston Blackie did continue to broadcast new episodes for another 70 weeks, all the way into October of 1950. Now, if there are any new episodes of Boston Blackie that come into circulation, now we'll definitely come back, revisit, and play them. Though I myself would rather, if we do have lost episodes come up, the ones I'm really cheering for are the ones from early in the series when it was more of a traditional mystery program, or even some of the inverted mysteries that they did, like in 1947 and 48. But it's definitely been an interesting experience. This has been a mainstay series for us for nearly 4 years. And Richard Colmer version of Boston Blackie is the fourth most circulated detective show, behind Bob Bailey's Johnny Dollar, Dragnet, and Bob Bailey's Let George Do It. Now, I do want to let you know, I've already mentioned that next week we'll be bringing you Sherlock Holmes. In 4 weeks, we'll get to the series that will actually be the ongoing series. We only have 2 weeks of raffles. So in 4 weeks, we'll be starting up with Mystery is My Hobby. Now we turn to listener comments and feedback. Matt writes, Blackie started out as my favorite radio detective, and Rocky Jordan has become my new favorite over its run. Going to be strange for both of them to be gone. And David writes, again, both of these from Twitter. I began listening to your podcast not long ago, maybe a couple of months after you started playing Boston Blackie. So it's been a constant for me all along. I'll miss the show a lot. Thanks so much for your comments. And yeah, Boston Blackie has been a huge part of this series for a very long time. So definitely appreciate it. It's going to be a change. And then this from Miranda, who writes, as I listen to 1940s to 50s radio via radio detectives, I'm constantly surprised by the ads, the push to get polio vaccinations, the anti-racism ads, Dole ketchup made with real pineapple vinegar. Well, there definitely does give you an insight into how people lived just, a generation or two ago. Thanks so much for tweeting in, Miranda. And I want to go ahead and thank our Patreon supporter of the day. Thank you so much to Zant. Zant has been one of our Patreon supporters since February 2017, currently supporting us at the Shamus level of $4 or more per month. And if you'd like to join Zant and our 180 other Patreon supporters, you can go to patreon.greatdetectives.net. Well, that's all for now. Join us back here next Wednesday and Thursday for Michael Shane, Private Detective, and the New Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And then join us back here tomorrow for yours truly, Johnny Dollar. In the meantime, send your comments to box13 at greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.